This is Pre-Calc 11, Chapter 8.2. This time we're going to be looking at solving absolute value equations. Now, graphically, we could get up to double the amount of solutions. Why? Because we have two equations. We need solve and check g of x equals f of x and g of x equals minus f of x. So make sure to adjust your window so that you don't miss any solutions. And remember to use intersect on the calculator, not intercept. So here's an example. Negative x plus 10 equals the absolute value of negative 3x squared plus 16. So let's enter that on the calculator. Now we just need negative x plus 10 and the absolute value. Remember, this is math. We scroll over right one and we get absolute value. And negative 3x squared plus 16. And graph. Okay, the line intersects somewhere up there, so you need to change the window. And as I suggested, you can narrow the window as well. So window, negative 5 to 5 is good. And we don't need it so low, so we'll go negative 5 and 20. And graph. And we get it looking something like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 solutions. So we press second calc. We need to find the intersect, so that's 5. And we need to just press enter, enter, and then go somewhat close to the first value. Okay, there we go. That's pretty close. We press enter. This is not our answer. We need to press enter to get the answer. So our first answer is matching down here. And we set the windows. And to get the second answer, we press intersect again, second calc, intersect, first curve, second curve, and then scroll. Somewhat close, that's close enough. And we get this is our second answer. And then we repeat, and you should make sure you're getting these answers. On the Casio, negative x plus 10. And we have absolute value. Again, I don't know what that is. Second catalog, scroll down, absolute value, and bracket. Negative 3x squared plus 16, and close bracket. Okay, again, we need to adjust our window, F3, negative 5, 5, and negative 5 to 20. And execute, and execute. And to solve, we press F5, and we're looking for intersect. It's F5 again. There's our first one. We scroll right, we get our second one, and it's matching that. And 1.59 matches that. And the last one, 2.78, matches that. And that's how we use the Casio. So as long as we properly set the window, we don't have to worry about extraneous roots. Now, for the more difficult problem, we need to solve this algebraically. So, recall, piecewise, we have to solve g of x equals f of x and g of x equals negative f of x, and check for extraneous roots. And we can do this two different ways. We determine the domain and check if the solution is in the domain. Determine if g of x is less than 0, then it's also extraneous. And the last way is to plug the solution in and check to see if it matches. So we have two examples here. So we need to check when negative 2x minus 5 is greater than 0. So negative 2x is greater than positive 5. So x is less than or equal to negative 5 over 2. Remember, when we're dividing by a negative, we need to flip the inequality. So we have minus x plus 20 equals negative 2x minus 5. Let's bring the negative 2x over to this side. It becomes positive, so 2x minus x is x. And then this goes over to the other side. We have minus 25. So let's plug that into the equation. Negative 25 plus 20 equals negative 2, negative 25 minus 5. So here we have positive 25 and 20, so that's 45. Negative 2 times negative 25 is 50, minus 5 is 45. So that works as well. And our answer is positive. So this x equals negative 25 is less than negative 5 over 2, so it's in our domain. And here we're just checking by plugging it in. And we also know that this left-hand side is positive. So when negative 2x minus 5 is less than 0, we go through the same work. However, the sign is flipped. X is greater than negative 5 over 2. So we know this is negative. This is negative. So we have negative x plus 20 equals, and then we take the negative value of this, negative 2x minus 5. We put a minus and then brackets. We distribute the negative sign, we get 2x plus 5. Here we still have minus x plus 20. So we bring the x over to this side, it becomes 3x. We bring the 5 over to the other side, it becomes negative. So 20 minus 5 is 15. So x equals 5. 5 is bigger than negative 5 over 2, so this is good. Now we substitute, just to verify another way, minus 5 plus 20 equals minus negative 2 times 5 minus 5. So we have 20 minus 5, that's 15. We have negative 10 minus 5, that's negative 15. But there's a minus out front, so that cancels out to be positive. We have 15 equals 15, so that's good. And again, our left-hand side is positive. Let's look at another example. Here we have linear and quadratic. So we could expect up to 4 answers. So let's just go ahead and solve this. X plus 2 equals negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. We're doing this without the domain. Let's bring everything from the right-hand side over. This becomes positive x squared. And we have positive 2x coming over, so this is plus 3x. And we have negative 8, so this is minus 6. We can't factor this, so we'll have to use the quadratic formula. X equals minus b plus or minus square root b squared, that's 9, minus 4, a is 1, and c is negative 6. All over 2a, so that's just 2. So we have equals negative 3 plus or minus square root. 4 times 6 is 24. There's 2 negative signs, so that becomes positive. 24 plus 9 is 33, all over 2. And let's check our answer. Draw a line here. We'll plug this in for x. Minus 3. We'll do the plus first. Plus square root 33 over 2. and then we're adding 2. This is bigger than -3, so this whole thing is going to be greater than 0, so this is a good solution. For our second solution, we have -3 minus root 33 over 2 plus 2, and we're checking to see if this is greater than 0. It's not greater than 0 because this is bigger than 1, so we have more than -2 here. So this is less than 0, so this is not a solution. Extraneous. Okay, let's look at the other solution. X plus 2 equals negative, brackets, negative x squared minus 2x plus 8. Recall that I put a minus sign and brackets around the whole parameter. Okay, so this is positive x squared, positive 2x, and minus 8. Since this is positive here, let's bring everything over to the right-hand side. X squared plus x, and this becomes minus 2, so this is minus 10. Again, this one won't factor, so we'll use the quadratic formula. X equals minus b, that's minus 1, plus or minus square root b squared, that's 1, minus 4 times a, that's 1, and negative 10, which is c. All over 2a, that's just 2. So we have negative 1 plus or minus square root. Negative 4 times negative 10 is 40, plus 1 is 41. All over 2. And again, let's check our solutions. Negative 1 plus square root 41 all over 2 plus 2. Again, this is going to be positive, so the solution's good. This is big, this is small, it's going to become positive. Negative 1 minus square root 41 over 2 plus 2. And this is a big negative. It's bigger than 4, so this whole thing's negative. Extraneous. Okay, I'll leave it as an exercise for you to check on your calculator to see if these are correct. And that completes this lesson.